Nice to
Well,
meet you.
very pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
So, you've called us in from Michael's firm of technical consultancy because you have a problem.
That's right, yeah.
Can you let me know what the problem is?
Yeah, sure. So, as you know, we're a bank and we've got a mortgage system in place for years and years. And we have a lot of the historical information in there as well as the new, all this customer information. But because it's a legacy system, it could be quite tricky to kind of maneuver around. And especially in terms of reporting, it's failing quite badly. So we're hoping that you can come in and maybe have a look at it.
So let's look at the as-is situation in relation to reporting.
Thanks, Tony. Okay, so just going to go through quickly here the current situation. So the mortgage system sits on this AS400 system, and it's an old legacy system. So it's got the black screen, it's got the green writing, and it's almost like DOS. So in terms of navigation, you can imagine it's quite awkward. You actually have to type into commands. You actually have to tell exactly where you want to go. It's not just like a click function or anything like that. So this kind of ties in with this modern functions here. There's no drop downs. There's no anything of that, parameters or things like that. In terms of data update then, if something changes on the customer and somebody flags it, it doesn't actually filter down to the other system. So it's quite awkward that way. So if something changes, somebody actually has to go in there and manually change all the flags in order for it to be seen by other people. So that's quite awkward. In terms of reporting then, the reporting side of things, it's very tricky. So not only do you need to do the navigation part to go to the querying section, you also actually have to physically type in each query. So it's not in the case of like SQL Server, you can just type in the code. You actually have to manually tell it what to do and confirm it, yes, no. And you can't table join, so you have to do it one at a time. So there's a very big issue there. Thanks.
Okay, well, I've spoken to quite a number of your staff, and I think we can solve your problems.
Thanks, Will. We have your problems up here. The good news is AS400 is not one of them. IBM have been handling big data, which is effectively what the bank has for 20 years, and they've been doing it very well. So it's an old legacy system. That's fine. We've spoken to a large number of your users, and everyone who uses it is happy. They're all very familiar with it, and most of all, it's stable. I'll send you a case study on Zara, the great clothing chain. In the midst of massive expansion, they based everything on DOS. They didn't change until nearly 2010, I don't think. I mean, it's very interesting. This is not your issue. Most of these users who we spoke to, they are light users of the system. The heavy users of the system are the ones with the problem. The reporting area is where the bank's problem lies. All of these issues relate to reporting. And the users we spoke to tell me it doesn't do all the things that SQL Server does. So I'm going to give you the solution and conclude in 4 letters. We have AS400. We have SQL Server. Okay. And we want something in the middle. SSIS. You may have heard of DTS, data transfer service. SSIS is the next generation, and I believe it will, when I go into further detail, solve all your issues. Thank you.
So SQL Server Integration Services.
Yeah, it sounds very promising, Tony. I like the idea. I look forward to reading your detailed report on it.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you.